The Orange Grove Center here in Chattanooga has been a moving force for families who have adults with intellectual disabilities for more than 50 years. And this Friday, you have a chance to go to a fundraising event for them that will be truly a one-of-a-kind experience. So proud, actually, to have Heidi Hoffecker here. She is the executive director. No,
Director of Development.
The Director of Development at the Orange Grove Center. And next to her is Philip Laszlo, who I don't even know how to categorize you, Philip. You are an artist, you are a humanitarian, and now you're somewhat of a philanthropist in this effort to help the Orange Grove Center.
If that's how you want to categorize me, okay, I'm fine.
You'll take it?
Yeah, I'll take it.
So we're going to give you a bit of a backstory here and then work toward the event on Friday. Philip, you are from Finland.
Yes.
You and Heidi have had now a friendship, really, for a couple of years.
That's right.
Because of some work that you did in your home country of Finland and throughout Europe, taking brilliant, beautiful photographs of what?
of trash, really of trash that have been discarded. Parts of them for recycling and parts of them just discarded.
And you did this, we don't have to get into all the reasons of the why, but there was a powerful reason why. But you got hooked on it, really, because you saw, like you mentioned, this discarding, and you saw in the material a human element.
Yeah, that's correct. I had a couple of acquaintances, ladies 50 plus, who were fired from their job. Just like that, and very laconically told, we don't need your services anymore. And one of the ladies, while I was having dinner with her, later on said she feels like she would have been thrown onto a landfill. And this, I started thinking, how could I interpret this with images? So I went to the landfills to see what there is to be seen.
You have a brilliant sister who lives here in Chattanooga, and she's a marketing genius. And so as this developed in Finland, she knew about Orange Grove and said there's no reason the two of you can't combine resources, and so you did. But Heidi, you were just telling me that sadly, when Orange Grove began in 1953, it was people who were discarded.
Indeed. The conventional wisdom from the medical community in the 50s for families who had a baby born with Down syndrome or cerebral palsy or spina bifida was to send them to an institution and forget about them, to move on with their lives, that those children would never amount to anything. And in Chattanooga, we had families who decided that they were not going to discard their children, and as a result of them taking a stand that their children had value, even though they didn't look like us and maybe their IQs weren't the same, was to make sure that there were services and programs available for them. And so that's how Orange Grove started.
Okay, so I'm not good at math. I can't do it in my head. Orange Grove then has been around how many years?
64.
64 years of people plodding along, many of them still local Chattanoogans, who have seen this as sort of their life's calling, to keep Orange Grove growing and thriving. So Friday, you're honoring one of those men who were instrumental through an event and an auction at which people can come and buy Philip's work.
That's right. We have married the Living Legends banquet that we're hosting on Friday, honoring Tom Caldwell, a very prominent attorney, Harvard grad for undergrad and law school, served our country in the Navy, worked heavily or seriously with the Marshall Plan for several years, and then came home to Chattanooga and got involved with the families who were interested in starting the Orange Grove Center. And he wrote the charter, he wrote the bylaws. He has served actively and continuously on our board since 1953. So we have married the celebration of his dedication to Orange Grove with Philip's dedication to seeing beauty in things or people that others have discarded and marginalized and ignored.
It's really remarkable when you take a look at Philip's work, because it's stuff that we would just walk past and want to look the other way. But you do have this gift of finding the beauty in it. You've done essentially three phases of an umbrella that you now call Dignity by Philip Laszlo.
Yes, that's right.
And the idea is to bring dignity, I guess, not just to the world and our surroundings, but to individual people as well.
And to individuals. And if you, I'm sorry, during the past, let's say 10 years even, not to take the whole history, if we listen to the news, dignity isn't quite the first thing that comes to mind.
Right.
We've got all kinds of issues. There was after, and it really started quite well, or started when the Lehman Brothers went bankrupt. That's when the global recession started. Mm-hmm. And that's when it started with me also. That's when my story started.
And I guess it's a reminder that to have that dignity, though, you find that from within.
Of course. It's, you treat people with dignity.
Interestingly, you are not stopping here. You'll have, is it 24 pieces that you're allowing to be auctioned off?
Yes, 24 of them.
Okay. And they're varying sizes, aren't they, Philip?
Yes, they are.
20 by 28 and 40 by 28 centimeters.
Okay,
I would have told you told the inches.
No, I said centimeters.
Did you say 100 by 70?
No.
Yep.
They're doing the
70.
metric counter. He's from Finland, after all. You were telling David the temperature in Helsinki, and it was 6 degrees centigrade.
That's
and
right.
I was trying to quickly translate. But you're not stopping here, because when the event is over on Friday, this branding of yours, Dignity by Philip Laszlo, you've been so moved by Orange Grove that as you continue to develop new offerings for the public, you want to continue to support Orange Grove here.
This is absolutely correct.
And how will that work, Philip?
Well, it will work. It will work from. We're hoping to get licenses to license the works onto various products, be it textiles, be it
shower
curtains, be it any calendars, whatever, and parts of the licensing proceeds I'll be happy to donate to Orange Grove.
So you should go Friday to Orange Grove. Well, it's not at Orange Grove, it's at the Chattanoogan. It's called Living Legends, a great way to champion what has been in our own backyard with great local effort for 64 years. Now I know the math. At the Chattanoogan. The easiest way to get a ticket really is going to be to call the Orange Grove Center, and there's the number on your screen. And then just remember, Dignity by Philip Laszlo, the spelling of his name is there. And just keep in touch with him via the internet and watch for new and wonderful things to come from him that will go right back to supporting us here. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julie.
We're back after this.
Harry's